Welcome to Hollywood as I live and work.
How you doing, Mr. Franks? I'm Ben.
Call me Goldie.
We're living beneath a dam, gentlemen. A dam that's holding back 300 years of wrong.
Your brother shot that boy!
We, the members of the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
They need a leader.
Mark this day in your calendar. You will never forget this day again.
The blood of Martin Luther King. Yeah. The blood of Malcolm X. Yeah. The blood of Medgar Evers. Yeah. The blood of Dickie Merrill. Yeah. Blood just signed our names. Yeah.
Power concedes nothing
Without a demand.
Why do we do what we do?
Fear? Tradition? Why?
Ain't nothing gonna happen unless you make it happen.
How did this whole story come about for you?
Well, Blood Done Sign My Name is based on a book by Timothy Tyson, who is a professor of history at Duke University. His book by the same title was sent to me by a friend. I read it about 3.5 years ago, and it resonated. It was a story. It was a memoir of Tim's life in North Carolina at the time of a murder, a racial murder, and wrapped around this memoir of a 10-year-old was a tremendous history of race relations in America.
As a book.
What resonated personally for me personally about the book was that we had grown up in North Carolina. I was the son of a Presbyterian minister. Tim was the son of a Methodist minister. I knew the state. I knew the time period, and it was a different way of looking at race that I had never considered before, which made it very important for me. I thought it was a story that was worth telling.
When I saw the cross, I thought everything was good.
Evil can sometimes be hard to recognize. It hides in normal things. People you think you know. But recognizing evil isn't the hardest part. It's standing up to it, even when nobody else will.
One of the things, and you know, when you talk about the relevancy of race in 2010, when we were shooting one of the goals of the production company was to bring, you know, in a lot of these neighborhoods, they'd never, people both white and black had never seen Hollywood sort of come to town. You know, you have 150 people on a big crew. We have to feed them. We have to clothe them. You know, I have 50 young black men. I have to put froze on them. I think they had a greater appreciation for what their father went through. But we were shooting in what was sort of the black ghetto of Oxford, which was in Shelby, and we went through and we wanted to be good neighbors to the community, and we went and I found the houses that we wanted to shoot in. The people were very excited about letting us shoot in their houses. We were very respectful, and suddenly we began losing our locations, which is terrible when you're making a movie. And I found out, I would go to the people and I'd say, I thought you were really behind the movie, you were behind this, and they said, we are, but the landlord, who in this case was white, was pulling that from it. He did not want us to shoot in their neighborhood. He did not want to have his homes, which he was not keeping up. They were very in terrible shape on camera. And the only way he could do that was to pull the locations. And also, and I think people don't understand that what your camera sees, I have to own everything that the camera sees. So if he takes that location away, I then have to move the camera to keep it out of there. It's not just shooting in the house. I can't show the house. And if enough of these white businessmen did that, then I don't have a movie in the black part of town. And we fought that pretty aggressively. I have to tell you that it's wonderful to be living in what some people call a post-Obama
Post-racial?
Yeah, post-racial. You know, in my world, I don't think that that exists. I think that race is just as relevant an issue today as it was at any time. I'll give you an example. I had a wonderful time to talk with 3 generations of African Americans. The father was probably my age, in his early 50s. The daughter was a graduate student in the eastern part of the state, and the grandfather, a man in his mid-80s, about the same age as my father. And the daughter was complaining about, you know, what she was dealing with racially at her big North Carolina university, and the father said, "That's not, well, you think that's a problem? That's not a racial problem. Let me tell you what it was like when I was growing up." And then he told his story, and the grandfather said, "Son, you have no idea what a problem is." And it was very interesting to see that each generation sort of stands on the shoulders of the one before, and her children are going to stand on her shoulders. And so, you know, it's how you address the problems of the age that you're in.